Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. Today we're coming to you from Harper's Table, a great restaurant which we're using for our location shoot today to talk about two great topics, Suffolk Restaurant Week and the Shamrock Stroll. We'll also meet with Frank Poulin, who will be reporting from the Suffolk Parks Recreation office to talk about what they're offering this upcoming spring and summer. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're now here at Harper's Table, a great restaurant here in the heart of downtown Suffolk, to talk about one of our favorite topics, Restaurant Week. And we're also going to throw in a little bit on Shamrock Stroll, another great event coming up in the month of March here in the city of Suffolk. And to join us for today's show, we have the owner of Harper's Table, Harper Bradshaw, and Teresa Earls, our tourism development manager. And of course, Teresa has been a frequent guest on our program to talk about Restaurant Week. And Teresa, that's where we're going to kick everything off. You know, we've done this before, but you have people that maybe haven't participated in Restaurant Week before and or are new to the city of Suffolk and certainly want to talk about all the great things that Restaurant Week has to offer, certainly put on by our Division of Tourism. And Teresa, I'm going to let you take it away at that point. Tell us what Restaurant Week is and how someone can go about participating.
Okay, well, Restaurant Week has become a great success for Suffolk. It's a twice annual event. It's a week long. This spring event will be from March 16th to the 23rd. And basically, this is an opportunity for you to go out and try maybe a new restaurant or a restaurant, one of your old favorites you haven't visited in a while. And it's a price fixed menu. So what you can do is go to any participating restaurant and you can choose from a preset lunch or dinner menu, whether it's deluxe level, which is $10 for lunch and $20 for dinner, or the premier level, which is $15 for lunch and $30 for dinner. And you get a choice of 2 to 3 appetizers, 3 to 4 entrees, and your choice of a dessert. And it's all included in that price. And so, especially some of the more upscale restaurants, that is certainly going to be a great deal for you to get $30 to get your appetizer, your entree, and your dessert for one low price. It's wonderful. In fact, the restaurants often take reservations during this time, especially restaurants like Riverstone Chop House and Vintage Tavern. They normally take reservations, but this Restaurant Week books up very quickly.
Exactly.
But a lot of the restaurants that have participated in the past, maybe like the Plaid Turnip or Barron's Pub, and now we have Harper's Table, and I believe you actually participated in the fall.
We did.
And
Great.
So you've gotten a little taste of Restaurant Week and the rush of everyone wanting to
Sure.
try something new. This is also a great opportunity for the restaurants to showcase their signature dishes. Sometimes this is when they roll out new ideas and they see how well it's received and then they add it to the regular menu. This is just a really good time to eat in Suffolk. I mean, really, you can't be disappointed in a culinary event.
And of course, we're lucky to have such a great offering of restaurants here in the city of Suffolk, which gives you, as you noted, a wide variety to choose from. But Teresa, let's talk about one thing. You don't need a ticket. You don't need a special card or any kind of membership thing to participate in this. All you need to do is have an appetite and pick a restaurant, and that's where you're heading that's participating, of course, in Restaurant Week.
That's what makes Restaurant Week so easy. You can go to our website, which is suffolk-fun.com. We have a Restaurant Week banner. You just click on that, and it will take you to the page. It'll list all the restaurants who are participating. You can download their menus. You can see their hours of operation, and you can choose where you want to go. You could go to a different place every day of the week for lunch and dinner. And that way you just go to the restaurant and they will offer you their regular menu as well as the Restaurant Week menu. So perhaps you don't see anything you like on the Restaurant Week menu, but there's certainly something on the regular menu. You're welcome to order from that as well. You're not stuck in one position or the other. And it makes it easy. There are no vouchers. We do like you to fill out a survey afterwards, if you will.
Sure.
Just to let us know what we're doing right, how you heard about us, what was your favorite dish.
Right.
The restaurants are a little competitive. They like to know who's got the best dish. But it's been a great success for us. We've been doing this for several years now. And like I said, it's twice a year. Originally it was only once a year. Now we've expanded it to spring and fall. And we'll keep doing it.
Now, you mentioned your website. Of course, that's going to be a great resource to use throughout Restaurant Week to find out who's participating. And as you noted, those key things, the menus.
Yes.
So you can kind of get a sneak peek of what you're going to be offered when you go into the restaurant. And again, you noted about the prices and the hours and all the great information. I'm assuming we also have links to the restaurant websites as well if you want to kind of get a little bigger picture on that. So all that's there. And give us that website address one more time. Certainly we'll have it on the screen, but
sure, it's suffolk-fun.com.
Okay.
And you can find out all kinds of information there, not just Restaurant Week.
That's right, that's right. But of course, Restaurant Week will get you there, but it's the rest of the website that keeps you there,
exactly.
Correct?
If I'm doing my job right, yes.
Well, Harper, let's bring you in to talk about the fabulous restaurant you have here at Harper's Table. Talk about your history, which is coming up, well, we're not even near really a year old. We're coming up on that, but you participated in Restaurant Week before. So again, this is not your first time there, but tell us about yourself, the restaurant, and also some of the decor that you have here at Harper's Table.
Sure. Restaurant Week we participated in the fall. It was very busy. It was exciting for us. It was an opportunity, I think, for a lot of the folks in the community to come try us for the first time. And we're excited about the opportunity for even more new folks to be introduced to Harpers Table and what we're doing here. The restaurant here, we opened on July 31st, 2012, and we've been in full swing ever since. Behind us you can see the incredible Coca-Cola mural that we uncovered during renovations, which is certainly one of the highlights of the decor for the restaurant. We have a lot of reclaimed lumber that we've used, some that was recovered here on site during renovations, some that was recovered from the old Suffolk peanut warehouse that was in my wife's family for many years. We have local barn timber that we have made all the tables from that all have the logos in them. The chairs are fashioned from steel and wine barrels, which I think really tie everything together here. The bar is made from 10-gauge steel. It's very unique. We're very proud of it. I think one of the neatest items that we have here, you can see behind us, is this liquor shelf. And it was actually the support beam from the front of the building when we had to redo it during renovations and replace it with steel, and we saved that and turned it into our liquor shelf, which I think is really a stunning aspect of the restaurant.
Now, when you come in, talk about what's your menu. What can someone expect on a given night here at Harpers Table?
We try to find an appropriate balance of luxury and comfort. We're here in this community. We want to see people over and over and over again. So we try to keep in mind with our price point to have approachable items such as a really great burger, a Caesar salad, and then perhaps some more adventurous items for serious diners. We use really high quality beef. We use a lot of Southern and Virginia products because they're so good when it comes closer, when you source your food closer to where you're going to prepare it. And through that network of local farmers and fishermen and producers, I think it gives us the access to the highest quality food that we can get our hands on.
Now I know you talked about your inside and of course your menu. Where are you? What is your physical address here?
Yeah, we're at 122 North Main Street. We're right in the middle of downtown Suffolk. We're 2 doors down from the courthouse. There's a big parking lot behind us, so there's always plenty of parking for dinner service. We open daily at 5 o'clock, Tuesday through Saturday.
And you have a website?
We do.
I want to get that out there too.
Very simple, harperstable.com.
Okay, well that one's easy to remember, and of course we'll also have that up on the screen, and a contact number in case someone's watching the show, perhaps they want to call. Do you take reservations?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We take reservations. You can make reservations directly through the website at harperstable.com, or you can call 757-539-2000, and we're always here after 2 o'clock to take reservations in person.
Good deal.
And Tim, I don't know that you're aware of, but Harper actually has a great meeting space in the back. You can accommodate larger groups and meetings special, whether it's a conference or a reunion or retreat or a bridal shower or an engagement party. You have great space in the back that you can accommodate larger groups. How many people do you think you can seat back there? For a sit-down, more formal dinner event, we can seat up to about 25 in that room. We have space in the main dining room to accommodate even larger groups. For a standing cocktail type event, we can do closer to 40 people. The space is available during the day or on Mondays when we're not typically open, and a lot of the corporate relationships that we've developed since we opened have really begun to use it in a wonderful way, and I look forward to opportunities with other businesses around town to really be able to engage that space and meet the needs of those corporate folks that we have in the community of Suffolk.
Now, how can someone work with you to kind of schedule an event like you're talking about?
Absolutely. We can be reached by email anytime. info@harperstable.com is a great way to get in touch with us. Again, the 539-2000 is a great way, and perhaps the best is come in after 5 o'clock Tuesday through Saturday and see it for yourself, and you can speak with myself or a manager while you're here, and we would be happy to set something up.
Okay, good deal.
It's a great space.
Well, it's a great restaurant. I tell you, you got me really hungry already thinking about what we can do here for Restaurant Week. And Teresa, just to recap again, the dates for Restaurant Week, and again, the price points that are mixed in there, again, depending upon which restaurant you're choosing.
Okay, it's a Saturday to Saturday event. It's March 16th through the 23rd. And your price points are deluxe and premier. Deluxe is $10 for lunch and $20 for dinner, and premier is $15 for lunch and $30 for dinner. But like I said, it includes appetizer, entree, and dessert. Of course, your beverage, and if you get alcohol or anything like that, that
Sure.
would be extra, and of course, gratuity. But $30
Yeah.
or $20 for a full dinner, you will not leave hungry. I promise you that.
It's one of the best deals you're certainly going to get.
That's right. You better take advantage of it. You get 2 weeks a year.
Well, you know, speaking of 2 weeks a year, we've talked about Restaurant Week, but let's talk a little bit about Shamrock Stroll. Now, that's going to actually kick off the first day of Restaurant
Yep.
Week, which will be on the 16th of March. Tell us a little bit about what is Shamrock Stroll and what can someone do when they're participating in that? What is it all about?
Sure. Well, St. Patrick's Day, you know, is the 17th of March, and because Saturday falls on the 16th, we're going to have our Shamrock Stroll that day. And basically what that is the Downtown Suffolk Hospitality Association, its partners such as Harper and other restaurants and merchants downtown, get together and offer discounts or games, prizes, entertainment, that sort of thing, just to encourage people to come downtown and shop, dine, play. Last year, even the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts dyed their fountain green, which you would think is a little thing, but not to people wanting to take photographs. It was not little. We just encourage people to get out there and stroll through downtown and take advantage of all these wonderful shops and restaurants that we have. And it was a great success last year. I know I was out in my leprechaun hat and spreading the word with green balloons, and it's just a great opportunity. Again, our website, thesuffolk-fund.com, will link to all the information as far as the events. The Downtown Suffolk merchants and restaurants really do work hard to encourage people to come and try something unique.
Sure.
You know, a lot of times there are folks that don't realize all that there is down here.
Exactly.
They're used to just jumping on the interstate and go into another city, and there's no need for that when you have all this special, you know, stuff downtown.
Exactly. And again, it's a great draw, like you said, to get people here to experience what we have to offer down here in downtown Suffolk, and whether it be restaurants or the shopping opportunities or really just to take a stroll.
Yes, we have some beautiful churches, some lovely historic buildings, and if you've noticed, all of our restaurants and businesses are in repurposed buildings. They were all something else. I know that Harper can attest to that this building was once something else.
Absolutely.
I know that the Plaid Turnip, I believe, was a drugstore with a soda fountain. And then all these buildings throughout here are historic, and of course the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts was the Suffolk High School.
Right.
So we have not torn down, we have instead repurposed, and that makes Suffolk very unique.
Great. Well, again, Harper and Teresa, thanks for being with us. Of course, we're going to have all the great contact information up there on the screen so you can get a chance to take part, whether you're going to come visit Harper's Table or take part in Suffolk Restaurant Week, or just check out the Division of Tourism's website. Again, a great resource to find out what we have to offer here in the city of Suffolk. We have more on the scene when we return.
Welcome back to On the Scene. I'm Frank Poulin, and I'm here with Ashley Green of Suffolk Parks and Recreation. We're here today to discuss the spring break programs as well as some summer programs that are coming up in the near future with Parks and Recreation. But first, let's start with one great program you guys have is the Egg Extravaganza. When does that happen, and what exactly takes place?
Well, Extravaganza is an Easter event that we have been offering for over 15 years here with Parks and Recreation. This year it is held at Bennett Creek Park on March 23rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're doing something different with the time, hoping more people come out in the afternoon time. The kids can expect giveaways. We have music, crafts, games, a bunny who you can take pictures with the kids and the family, and we will also have a petting zoo.
Petting zoo?
Yes.
So what kind of animals might be there?
Ponies, they have goats.
Okay.
They have chickens.
And certainly bunnies.
Yes,
okay.
bunnies and horses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so turning from that, and let's now talk about the spring break programs, because I know that's a big time of year for you guys. What type of spring break programs do you have?
This year we have 3 different spring break programs. One of them is new. It's called Land Camp. The kids they'll be at Lone Star Lakes Lodge, and it's from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for kids ages 6 to 10. They will interact with animal activities, insect, marsh and creek, tree activities, and they will also take a field trip to the Virginia Living Museum. So that's for our land camp.
Oh, that's great.
We also have a Party in the USA, which is the theme for our general spring break camp. This will be held at Creekside Recreation Center and McBain Recreation Center. It is from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is a longer day than
That's
the
a
land
long day,
camp.
yeah.
Yes. It's $45 per child, and it also has $20 for the field trips, which will be bowling and Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, that's very reasonable.
Yes. They also do games, group games, and arts and crafts. More of a general camp. And then our third spring break camp is our spring break basketball camp. That is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., $60 per child, and it's held at East Suffolk Recreation Center. They will do like shooting activities, basketball drills, they have guest speakers, and they have a big cookout, outdoor 3-on-3, 5-on-5 tournament on that Friday.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yes.
So now how many kids generally do you expect to be at these camps?
Well, our land camp, this is our first year we're
Okay.
doing that. So this will be kind of new to see, you know, how the participation goes. For our spring break basketball camp, this is our second year. Last year we had 60 kids in that program.
Oh, wow.
And the general spring break camp generates a lot of participation. We have about 100 kids per site. We have 2 different sites.
Oh,
so
wow.
we usually take about 100 kids per site.
And in the general spring break camp, what type of activities can the parents and kids expect?
Arts and crafts, group games. They go outside, you know, that outside time. They also do different group activities, team building activities.
Oh, that's great. Now, when does registration begin, and how does someone go about registering their children for these camps?
For the land camp, participants can register on February 25th at Oakland Recreation Center from 3:30 p.m. until 6 p.m. For spring break basketball camp, you can register at East Suffolk Recreation Center any time of the day from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. And that registration for the general spring break camp, which is the theme is called Partying in the USA, you can register at Creekside Recreation Center or Mac Band Recreation Center. A general contact number to find out about registration is 757-514-7250.
Oh, great. Now, how fast do these camps fill up?
Spring break, the general spring break camp fills up pretty fast.
Does it?
The spring break basketball camp, pretty fast as well. So both of them are generally be full by mid-March.
And I imagine with the land camp, that sounds fantastic. I
Yes,
imagine
that's
that's going to
something
fill
new,
up fast.
so,
Exactly.
yes.
People love new stuff, and that sounds like an awesome camp.
Yes.
So now turning a little bit, now you guys also offer an adult athletic league.
Yes.
So what type of activities do you host within that area for adults?
We have quite a few different adult athletic leagues which you can register for those now. The registration is ongoing.
Okay.
We offer a co-ed church basketball league. We offer a co-ed softball league, church softball league. We offer a frisbee league, which is something new.
Okay.
And we offer kickball for adults as well.
Well, that sounds
All of those take place from spring and they go throughout the summer.
So it's a kind of a big block of time
Yes.
for these folks to have fun.
Yes, for adults.
Well, that's excellent.
Yes.
And I know a big time of year for you guys is summertime.
Probably the biggest.
Probably the biggest time of year for Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
Now, what can we expect during the summer?
Well, this summer we have 4 different summer camps. For children ages 5 to 12, we offer a camp called Planet Recreation. It will be taking place beginning June 24th, and it's for ages 5 to 12. It will be held at Whaleyville Recreation Center, Matt Bend Recreation Center, Creekside Recreation Center, Northern Shores Recreation Center, Booker T Recreation Center, and Oakland Recreation Center. That's for our Planet Recreation camp.
Okay.
We offer a Discover Your Future camp, which is for children ages 10 to 15. And that's just a teen summer camp. It's for 6 weeks out
Okay.
of the summer. And it's just a general camp where kids do team building activities. They go to the game room in the facility. We have a computer lab, arts and crafts. We have guest speakers also.
Okay.
Now, in the summer, we offer a Hoops for Life, which is a basketball, just a general basketball camp. That is 3 weeks out of the summer for ages 10 to 15, and that will be held at East Suffolk Recreation Center. Now, land camp, which is our spring break camp, is kind of a piggyback off of our summer Oak camp, which is outdoor adventure camp.
Okay.
So it's kind of similar, so that's where we got the idea for the land camp. Now, our Oak camp will be held at Lone Star Lakes, and it has 2 weeks for kids ages 6 to 9, and then 2 weeks for kids ages 10 to 12.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So now with the land camp, I imagine that's going to be a big one. Now that's held outdoors. Is that the full day outdoors?
Most of it will be, some of it will be outdoors, some of it won't. Now, the oak camp in the summer is outdoors.
Okay.
The land camp, they're outdoors, but they're more so indoors.
Okay.
Doing different activities.
Got it. And are there field trips involved in any of these camps?
For the land camp, which is the land camp spring break camp, the field trip is the Virginia Living Museum on that Friday.
Oh, great.
Yes. The outdoor adventure camp, there aren't any field trips associated with that one.
Okay. And now what types of, I imagine there are daily kind of structured activities in these
Yes.
camps. So kind of walk us through a day in the life of one of your summer camps.
Okay, I'll do our planning recreation camp, which is for ages 5 to 12, which is just a general summer camp kids want to go to do different variety of things. A general day would be the kids will arrive at 7 a.m. We have quiet activities in the morning to give everyone a chance to come in. Some kids have breakfast.
Try and wake up from the night before.
Yes. So they different general activities, whether it's coloring sheets, games, gym time. At 9 a.m., usually from 9 to 10, we do like a stretch activity or, a relay race to get the kids going, to get their blood flowing. From 10 to 12, activities are broken down by ages. So we have maybe 5 to 7 do an activity, 8 and 9 doing an activity together, and 10 to 12. We don't have all the kids, together at one
Okay,
time.
that's great.
'Cause
Yeah,
of our
gives each age group to kind of
Yes.
do their own thing and
Yes.
get to know one another.
Yes.
So I imagine too, team building's a big part of summer camps to
Yes.
get the kids all kind of
Yes.
integrated with one another and have some fun.
Yes, that is. So the team building activities are incorporated in what we do within our age group.
Okay.
Then after we have them broken down into different age groups, we have lunchtime from 12 to 1. And right after lunchtime, we do a lot of active activities to get them to wake up. Because, after you eat,
Yeah,
everyone
you're a
gets
little
sleep,
tired,
everyone's
yeah.
sleepy, everyone wants a nap. So we do a lot of activities. We have our clubs in the afternoon, which we have offered cooking clubs, sports clubs, arts and crafts clubs,
Okay.
those types of
Do you-
things.
So now do the kids have to register in advance for
No,
those clubs,
no.
or they can
Once
just
they are
during
in the camp,
day?
yes. Like usually that first week of camp when we have everybody just coming in,
Okay.
we do club sign-ups.
Got it.
And different staff will be in different parts of the building, and the kids go to whichever
Okay.
club they want to sign up
So you
for.
can't be making half a pancake and run over there
Yeah.
and do arts and crafts.
Yes,
You're
usually
doing
pick one or
cooking
two
club.
clubs.
Okay, got
yes.
it, got it.
And then after the clubs, we have our snack time in the afternoon, generally between 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And also,
Is that provided by the camp, or parents bring that?
parents provide
Okay.
their snack, yes. For some sites, lunch is provided.
Okay.
For some sites, children have to bring their own lunch.
Okay, and parents can find that all online?
Yes, or they'll find that out once they register,
Got
when they
it,
come in
okay.
to register. After snack, it's gym, playground, permitting, the weather, or just general activity, just general free time for the kids.
Okay, and what type of outdoor activities do these camps do during the day?
As far
play
as
kickball
outside,
or-
yeah, kickball, softball. The guys generally love playing football.
I'm sure.
Playground, those type of activities. We have sidewalk chalk. So a lot of days we have water days. Like for our Planet Recreation, all of the weeks are themed.
Okay.
So this week we may do something related to zoo activities. This week we may do something related to sports. This week we may do something generally outdoors.
Okay,
So
now,
every week is themed.
Is there an overall theme for the summer that you guys pick, and then
We
you break
haven't
it
chosen
down?
it yet.
You haven't chosen it yet. Okay,
Yes.
and that'll come out when, do you think?
March 23rd.
March 20th. Is that when registration opens?
Yes.
It does. Okay.
Yes. March 23rd, you can register for any of our summer camps. You can contact 514-7250 if you're trying to register for either Oak, Hoops for Life, Planet Recreation, or Discover Your Future.
And again, you mentioned the spring break camps. I mean, the two-site one had 100 kids each.
Yes,
So,
so-
how big are your summer camps?
The summer camps, generally each site holds about 80 to 100 kids.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, so we have a lot of space.
Yeah.
Yes, between just about all 6 or 7 sites, we have a lot of space. I would suggest everyone to get out and register early so that
Okay.
you can have a spot for your child.
Well, it sounds like you guys have a whole bevy roster of stuff to do, both
Yes.
during spring break and summer.
Yes.
Now, give us general contact information, where people can go if they want to register, and just the phone number again.
Okay. A lot of our programs are online. You can check them out at suffolkva.us/parks and recreation. Or you can contact 757-514-7250 for any information on any of our programs, special events, or activities, and to register for any summer camps or spring break camps.
Well, Ashley, thanks for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for joining us.
Thanks for watching this edition of On the Scene. We'll see you next time.